Hello. Had to get some work done. Had to get some work done. And I still gotta get some work done. And I put a shirt on to go in Walmart. But I guess we're still talking about the same drama. I guess I wrote some notes down too. Wrote some notes down. Gotta talk about Jeff Nippy. Sydney Sweeney's Big White Naturals by the Tim Dillon Show clips. That's hilarious. Okay, let's break it down. We got to talk about this Jeff Nippard video. And not just him, but the whole wave of fake natty drama. Tax relief collection. Get this spam out my phone. We got to talk about all this drama hitting. The Greg Doucette, the phillion drama. These YouTubers are throwing shots at each other. We're breaking down physiques. That's kind of strange. Rhubarb, hello. We're talking about men's physiques in the sense that let's help everyone obtain a natural, healthy lifestyle and physique. We don't want to be telling all these young and older males to try and achieve something that's not realistic and healthy. You know, I'm not saying that Jeff Nippard is doing that. I'm just saying that this drama is all in relation to that. We're not doing natty or not breakdown. I mean, I guess this is kind of a natty or not. Nice shirt, brother. Thank you. I actually put a shirt on for this live stream. I had to go into Walmart. I had to look in the back of my car and figure out what shirt I had in the back because I don't usually just carry shirts in the back of my car. But I appreciate it. Say, were you guys alive in the time when soundboards were a big thing, where you would download a soundboard from the App Store and you would like prank call someone? I'm a human soundboard. I'm good at making sounds. But anyway, let's break this down and talk about why it matters. I think all of these YouTubers around my age, late 20s, early 30s, we're all into the same things: fitness, keeping healthy, science-based work. Good to hear you're spreading healthy motivation. People are too comfortable being fat as fuck. I think people are just too comfortable being comfortable, and I think people don't understand what they can achieve. Young men and women too watching this stuff, they get the wrong idea about what fitness is. And they're seeing dudes explode in size, they're shredded to the bone. You're seeing The Rock, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, even freaking Stylebender, UFC fighter. These guys, you look at them and they're like, some people could obtain that. That looks real. It looks natural. Let me turn around here. And then people are thinking, why don't I look like that? I must be doing something wrong. And when in reality, you're just doing the natural thing. But most of the time, you're watching somebody, they're not doing it natural, and that's not always obvious, especially because people lie. They always have something to gain from it. So we got to create more community of like-minded individuals, of people that like to do stuff in the right way. We haven't even started talking about Jeff Nippard yet. Oh my God! Go watch Jeff Nippard's video. Go about what a fake natty is. How many of these people do you think are fake natty? You see these dudes that are of various sizes and heights, and I assume a lot of them are shorter because the muscle these people are pecking on. Some of these guys, this one dude, he's like 21 years old or like 18 years old, young African American dude, not a lot of hair. I mean, he said it looks like shaven head. I don't know. I don't know what his name is, but this dude's ripped. He's got like freaking 24. I don't know. I'm not gonna claim I know what numbers it is, but anyway, in this video, Jeff says, do the eye test. Look at these people. Do you think they're natural bodybuilders or lifters? And then, he waits a little bit and then he presents some evidence. And he says, maybe because you look at them, you think they're fake natty. Even me, you look at Jeff Nippard and you say, oh man, this guy's so big and lean and aesthetic that he's probably taking steroids. When in reality, it's just a bunch of different things down the line. Jeff is a science-based YouTube workout channel. So he said he took blood tests of all these people, and based on different qualifications of the blood, it showed that none of these guys were on steroids. They were all natural. And this is where the drama comes in. You could kind of botch a test. Like phillion, a lot of people on the internet are saying Jeff Nippard ruined his credibility. And like low-key, I don't know, I kind of think so too. But I guess people like Greg Doucette, more, more science-based people, even if they are more erratic personalities. Like Greg Doucette, seems like a very, very, very smart dude. Smarter than I am, more qualified to talk about that stuff than I am. And he said, if Jeff Nippard saw the science-based results, he's just going to report the science-based results. Maybe it doesn't even mean he believes it, but he's going to report that because that's what the science showed and that's what the data showed at the time. So many of them just take juice. Oh, so many people take juice. I mean, women too. How the fuck can anybody let themselves go that far is my question. Like, yeah, you're depressed, but also if you're putting up yourself in an uphill battle. Some people don't even think, everyone has different priorities, and some people are healthy and they die, and it's a tragic thing. It just happens. And then there's other people that are way more unhealthy and they live longer. That's just how life is. So some people, especially, they don't put priority in working out or their health because they really feel like it's not a necessity. And I guess it really isn't, for some people. You could be 500 pounds and live till you're 80, and you could be 37 and die in your sleep, stuff like that. People have different lives and different bodies. And again, like sometimes is it even someone's fault? Like, what if you're growing up and your parents are just feeding you trash? I mean, the uphill battle started before you're even conscious. I mean, it just takes a deeper grind. And again, it takes some sort of change in your life, some sort of spark to kind of help that change. You got to want that change for yourself. And again, like, I haven't even gotten through my notes. I keep jabbering as I'm on the highway. It's kind of dangerous, you know. I've been lifting weights since I was 13. I've been working out since way longer than that. I was so fat as a kid. My mom said, you got to go on the treadmill, do some Pilates every single day. And if I didn't, I was grounded. Never heard of a 500-pound 80-year-old. Look it up. You could probably find it. So, before that, my mom had me doing Pilates, running on a treadmill, working out because I was overweight. It was bad. She said, I was getting made fun of, but more than that, it was not healthy. And again, like my parents are the one feeding me all that stuff. It's just I liked video games. I didn't like moving around at the time, and I wasn't some naturally gifted kid. I just had to freaking run and run and run and sweat and sweat and sweat and run until I actually liked it. Like I would cry and moan and throw water on myself after and pretend I was sweaty until after I'm like, I just got to do it. It's just 30 minutes a day. And 30 minutes grew. And then, by the time I was 13, I mean, Jesus Christ, I was probably more in shape at 13 running miles than I could run a mile now, honestly. And, by the time I hit high school, I was on the grind. And, I was doing push-ups and sit-ups and crunches in my room in 8th grade, playing like middle school basketball. I didn't have access to a gym or anything like that. I'm just doing push-ups, and then I started lifting weights at 13 and doing it the right way. At that point, you're eating healthy. You're getting your protein in. My parents cooking me the right food, and I'm eating a lot of chicken, a lot of protein. And then all of a sudden, people are looking at me like, holy shit, is this dude on steroids? I'm like, dude, I'm 14. I've been running since I was like freaking 11 years old. You want to beat me in a race? Like, I doubt it. I'm so full of endurance at this point. I'm just running. Lifting weights was nothing at that point. So, freshman year of high school, I meet all the high school coaches and the teachers. But by the time sophomore year came around, they're like, holy shit! Like, you boys have been putting in work. My friends are in the gym. I mean, we were made to work out every single day. And that's how easy it was to spot the fake natties. I'm like, I'm putting in all this work every freaking day. And all of a sudden, this dude, Chase, Scott, these guys are like all of a sudden bigger than me. And they've got like just unreal Ken abs. Ken, like from Barbie. Even my mom would be like, holy shit, this is unreal. Because these dudes were taking steroids. When you see it at a young age, you think freaking LeBron James isn't pumping steroids? Focus on the drive, homie. I really appreciate it. I am focusing on the drive. This guy, air right equipped, he's merging from the right lane to the middle lane. I don't have that much time left on the car ride either. And so all these YouTube videos, they're entertaining, and I want a piece of that action, If Phillion can talk, Phillion was a YouTube, like he focused more on like working out and stuff, and he still does, but he's more of like a commentator, live streamer, chill dude. Before he was like more, focused on working out. So I figured, Why can't I do that? You know, give me some of this action. I want to talk to Greg Doucette. I want to talk to phillion. These people, smart people. I want to get in with that. And if Greg Doucette's ever in Chicago, I would blast a workout. I would blast a workout. I do cardio every day. I go to the gym. I lift every time for the most part. It'd be an honor. It would be an honor. Let's see. Yeah, so that's why I'm speaking on it. You know, I feel like there's no time to waste. You got to speak on these things when you can. Speak on the real. This is a journey that everyone takes, outside and inside, and you got to figure out if you want it. And I want it, in the sense of I like telling people, you know, pointing out what's the fugazi, what's the fugazi, what's fake, what's real. Why should we be making life harder for ourselves, mentally and physically? Why should we be looking at Arnold Schwarzenegger? Why should we be looking at Arnold Schwarzenegger? It's not the 80s. You think that dude did it? Why should we be pumping roids? And like the Trend Twins. We looking, hello, Chloe Cassell. Are we looking up to the Trend Twins? Like, who's doing that? I didn't have to look at that shit when I was a kid. I did not have to. Did not. I had no inspiration from Arnold or Lou Ferrigno. Fuck no. I learned more from cartoon Dragon Ball Z than any bodybuilder, bro. But also, I'm not the most educated, you know, no like kinesiology background. But if I can do it with no background like that, you can too. And you don't have to do it pumping steroids, man or woman. You know, just do your thing every single day. You know, you'll get there. You'll get there. But this is, I guess we can transition to the second part of this, the fake natty thing. What does it take for someone to think you're at the point of being a fake natty? I kind of want to get that big again, like, you know, get like just pumped. But honestly, like, being big is hard on the body, you know, maintaining that. Like, how much food do you have to eat? How much protein do you have to eat to stay so freaking lean and big? Like, my body naturally sits at like let's say I stop working out and I eat relatively fine, and you know, my body will sit at 185. I'll retain some muscle, but like right now, I'm like 10 pounds heavier, 11, 12 pounds heavier. I'm like 190, 196, 197 probably when I wake up, depending on what scale you're using, and that's a whole lot different than 185. And 185, imagine if I just started running, stop lifting, running, biking, try to get down to 170. That's completely different than 195. Oh my God. Hello, Nina. How you doing today? I'm kind of done talking about all the things I wanted to talk about. You know, my only asking of you people watching, you should just comment Greg Doucette and phillion and watch their videos. Oh, I gotta merge. I gotta go to FedEx. I gotta get my work done. I gotta merge over this truck. Please let me through. Cause you don't wanna get in a fucking accident on the highway and kill me. You're spit it on us. Spit it on you. Give me your rap verse and I'll blow you through the roof. Your mind will be going out of, I don't know. You're spit it on us. Spit it, spit it, spit it. I'm hoping that one day AI sound creation gets to the point where I can just say, la, 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 la. But then I could say, hey, I need that like as a trumpet, like big trumpet, put like 4 instruments, and then it's like, why your mouth that watery? My mouth is actually so dry right now. I hit the gym this morning. I haven't drank that much water. Well, actually, I had water with my pre-workout, a little bit of water after that, but I'm so thirsty. You guys, it's the Rockford Casino. Hey, Hard Rock Casino. Hey, they're open every day. Today's Wednesday. If you're a player, like Players Club, and you go in there on Mondays, they give you stuff. Like they give you free jewelry, or they give you part of a, well, May was like you go in every Monday and you get a piece of, like a pan, a pot, some tongs. Why is your mouth watery? Go into FedEx. Go into FedEx. Go into FedEx. Yeah, but yeah, the second part of this video. What's it gonna take for me to look like a fake natty? Is it lighting? Like I want to do a fake natty stream, or like maybe I start the stream like when I wake up in the morning, and then you know I show you guys what I look like. Not that I want to show you guys what I look like and flex in the mirror. Hello, Shanu. How's it going? How's your day been? I'm doing some work, so I'm driving, and I got to stop at this stoplight. See, I'm paying attention, everybody. Don't worry. Do a live stream where, I wake up in the morning, or maybe it's not a live stream. Maybe it's a long-form content video that I'm clipping up throughout the day. Maybe I start with that, show you what I look like in the morning, work out. Again, I really don't like showing off what I look like. I keep my shirt on most of the time. But for the experiment, for the fake natty experiment, what's it going to take? Will it take 1 week? Will it take 2 weeks? I'm trying to get freaking huge. Where am I going? I'm going to FedEx. I'm doing well. I have a lot of work to do in the morning. I literally am supposed to be like, if I get my shit, they just give it to me. I hand it. I go back in my car. I go back on the highway. I probably get back to work at 10:50. I can probably get back to where I need to go by 11:15, and that's exactly where I said I needed to be at the exact same time. 11:15, back at home, and then I got a shower, and then we got to get stuff ready. We're gonna go to the fair. We're gonna go to state fair today. But yeah, I do these reward cards for my business where you come in, I punch your card, you get an alcoholic beverage. I punch your card every time, and after 7 punches, you either get $5 for slots, or I reward you with another beverage that you have paid for every other time you have been paying for a beverage. A lot of work. It is a lot of work. I got home at about 1 a.m. last night, talked to the lady for a bit, say goodnight, smooch goodnight. I woke up at 7:30 today. That's actually pretty late for me. Get ready for the gym, go to the gym. After I went to the gym, I had to go run and do some errands, buy some stuff. I went back to work. Then I had to go pick up some medicine for my father. And now I realize I've got some stuff to pick up at FedEx. Shanu, what do you do? What's going on? I am done talking about myself for right now, and I am ready to talk about a lot of you guys and what you guys are doing for the day and what's that looking like. Yes, I need water. This is my water from last night. I was studying, just took a break. What do you study? Are you in college, high school? I went to college at Loyola University Chicago and studied creative writing, drawing, and painting after I dropped out of biology. That shit was not for me. Illinois. This is Illinois. This is what it looks like where I live. I'm doxing myself. I'm from Sri Lanka. That's so cool. What time is it where you're at? It's only 10:20 a.m. here, so it's got to be Sri Lanka. I assume, what is it, 8 o'clock there? 9 o'clock? My God, I'm thirsty. 9 p.m. Damn, I'm good. I know my time zones. Yeah. That's cool. Good luck studying. That sounds like you probably studying something hard. Good for you for actually just taking the break. Life is beautiful at 16 weeks. That is true. Life is beautiful at 7 weeks. That is also true. Now you got these people outside with signs. Going to FedEx. I study economics. Oh shit. Okay. Do you study? Are you studying more? I mean, 19. That's pretty young. Probably in your first or second year of college. Are you studying more the principles of economics, or are you studying the things that are happening right now in world economics? What are gems? At the top of my screen, it says gems. I got gems. Last year of school in here, and I'm gonna go to university next year. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Letting this old man cross the road. Can't run over people anyway. Letting these people cross the road in the home goods parking lot. I'm on a roll to FedEx to get the reward cards. So, has anyone in this live stream heard of Greg Doucette or Phillion or Jeff Nippard or any of these fitness YouTube channels? Oh my God. Let's talk about six-pack shortcuts, everybody. Nice to meet you, by the way. Nice to meet you, too. It's good to see young people doing the YouTube thing. I am a full-on believer that YouTube is the most social media there is. Argue with me if you think so, if you don't think so, I should say. But I think it's the most social people can be online. You know, share exactly what you want, how you want it. There are no restrictions anymore, really. Make it short, make it long, get paid for it, do it for free, have someone pay for you, do it all yourself, make your own content, make your own products. I think it's a great thing. I think we should all do it. I think it's great for the mind. I think it's great to learn about yourself, what you like to do, what you don't. Get out of that comfort zone. A lot of people waiting for the bus. That's very surprising. What do you want to be when you grow up? You want to just like be an economist? Like, what does that entail? Do you want to work in the stock market? Oh, work in a bank. Okay, hell yeah. Bank is a good job, you know. I'm not sure how it is in Sri Lanka, but if you're in the United States and you work for a bank and you work there for 20 years, and you're probably set for life. They'll pay you every month after that. Okay, you guys are coming inside FedEx with me because I'm not turning the live stream off. Not turning that live stream off. I also just released like I said earlier, I went to school. I studied creative writing, drawing, and painting. I just released a poetry book. Finally, it took forever to release it, but I finally did it. Knock it off the list. $9.99 on Amazon. I can't call my children. I've done a lot of poetry readings throughout the years, and I finally decided that I needed to get these poems off my chest. It all been proofread, all been fact checked. What's up? What's up? I like your doggy picture. Okay, people, subscribe to him and like, please. Wow, that's so nice. Okay, let's see. Handset. I wonder if these are slightly different. Reward card. Bye. Bang bang boogie, ooh, see ma. She made us drinks to drink. We drunk them, and now I know she thinks I'm Ooh. And then I winked right back. And then I think that we gonna have fun at my spot tonight. I like the bartender. Ooh, you're looking for me. I'm at the bar with her right now. Okay. Oh, Nikki is so fine. He's so fine. Bro, my name Nikki. Hey, Nikki. Good morning. You guys seen Superman yet? You guys seen Fantastic Four yet? I haven't seen Fantastic Four. I want to. It might be the first movie I take my child to, and that might be a gamble. It's a big gamble. Is he even gonna sit through it? I don't know. Harbor Freight, they got a lot of shit over there. Lord Lahell, you become #1 3 top fan. That's so awesome. I like that it shows this stuff now. Have you guys ever thought about, like, do you guys like paintings and posters and stuff like that? Like, if you are, let me know. I can make some custom stuff for you guys, especially top fans. I wouldn't mind doing that. I got so much time on my hands when I've got free time. Oh, let's mess with some of these filters. Messing with the filter, messing with the green screen, messing with the green screen. Okay, we can talk about this now. You guys want to talk about Spider-Man? Let's talk about Spider-Man. What do you guys think of the new suit? Everyone's like, oh my god! Oh my god! It's a cloth suit! Like, every suit that he's worn has been cloth. What was it made out of before? Metal? Like, are you saying you're glad it looks like cloth and it doesn't look like metal? Because he was wearing a suit every time. I mean, I got to see the suit in person. I got to see the real suits in person. The Spider Monkey suit, like, was it not made of cloth? It was made of cloth, guys. They're gonna CG the fuck out of this outfit. What's up, Bob Jr.? So is your dad's name Bob, or is your dad's name Richard, and then your name's also Richard? But I mean, I do like the Spider-Man costume. I'm not dissing on it. I do like the head shape. I always thought like it was weird. Like the old suit was kind of like a weird square type thing with his eyes were too small. Yo, Y99K_5. What's up? Joined 9 years ago. 125 subscribers. What are you doing today? What are you guys doing today? Did you guys like this Spider-Man costume, or do you prefer a different Spider-Man costume? What Spider-Man costume is your favorite? I mean, bam! Toby, baby! Some people don't like the Toby. Some people don't like the Toby costume because it's supposed to be a homemade suit, and it looks too professionally made. I mean, it does. Look how sexy that costume is. Everything about it is professional. Professional. And then, Andrew Garfield's suit, it's pretty cool. I just thought he was too tall. I don't know. Spider-Man really that tall? I don't know. He could be. Spider-Man. Lighting on. Why are you putting my pimps on focus? What other green screen pictures can we do? This is a good one. This was me in high school. I always think I got my bicep signed by Mike Stud, but I feel like I probably look better now. That's all natural. You don't need steroids. You don't need steroids. Why would I need steroids? Why would you need steroids? Why would you do that? Don't do that to your body. Why would you do that? What? Oh, here's my book. I Can't Call My Children. Poems on Memory, Madness, Masculinity, Meaning. The screen effect can't really capture my hair. What if I just keep running like this? I can't call my children. Yeah, so if you want to check something out, some new poetry, it was in review a couple days ago. It's published now. Why not give it a try? 10 smackaroonies. Limited time. Earn 3x Kindle points on Kindle books purchased August 6th through 7th. Wow, I knew I was talking about books and it popped up on my screen. Beep, 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 beep. Ooh, yeah. Spider-Man? Spider-Man, see? Like, why is his face so square? And the eyes are small. But in this one, you see the eyes are bigger. And his face is an actual face shape. See? His face is an actual face shape.